Dear third prep, it's Ms. Dua there with you. Today we will explain a new lesson, which is the equation of straight line, which is lesson 4, unit 5, lesson 4, the last unit, the last lesson in the unit. The straight line. As we said in the slope, I have different straight lines with different slope, with different shapes. I have straight lines drawn like this, straight line drawn in the other direction, horizontal straight line, vertical straight line. Each straight line has a different equation. The equation of straight line is in the form y equal mx plus c, which is y and x are the points identify the straight line. You know that to draw a straight line, as we talked before, I need an ordered pairs or to draw a point which is represents the straight line. X and y define these points. What is M and C? M is the slope of the straight line. As we said before, each straight line has a different slope. So, if you want a specific equation of a certain straight line, you have to find the slope of this straight line. What about C? C is the intercepted part of y-axis. If you have a straight line passing through 1 and another straight line passing through 3, on the straight line on the y-axis, or cut y-axis at the point 0, 1, and another straight line cuts y-axis at the point 0 and 3, it means that the first straight line intercepts 1 unit from y-axis and the other intercepts 3 units from y. And the intersected part, it should be positive because it's the length of the positive part of y, or the negative part. C is the intercepted part. The length of the intercepted part, it should be positive. For example, the straight line whose equation is y equal half x plus 7. From this equation, I can find that the slope of this straight line is half, and it intercepted 7 units from the positive part of y-axis. So I need an equation in this form to know that the half is the slope and this number is the intercepted part. So the equation, it should be in this form, y equal. I have another form of the equation, ax plus by plus c equals 0. In this form, I have a different rule of the slope, which is negative the coefficient of x over the coefficient of y, the coefficient with the number beside x and the number beside y as it is. So it's equal negative a over b. And the intercepted part from the equation in this form, it's the absolute value of negative the absolute term over the coefficient of y. Negative, this negative is changing the sign of a or the sign of c. So if it's the number beside x is negative 2, I will write 2. If the absolute term is 5, I will write 5. I will write negative 5. Equal negative c over b. Here it will be not, there will be no difference between positive or negative because I use the absolute value. For example, the straight line whose equation 3x plus y plus 4 equals 0. The equation in this form, when the equation is equal to 0, or all its terms in the left part in the left term, here to find the slope, I will make negative the coefficient of x over the coefficient of y. The number here beside x is 3. The number here beside y is 1. So the slope here is negative 3 over 1 equal negative 3. The intercepted part of y, it's a negative the absolute term. The absolute term here is the term without x or y over the coefficient of y as it is 1 equal negative 4. And because we use the absolute value, I will say that it's equal to 4, the absolute term. For example, I have an example in this form. It says that complete the following, choose the correct answer. Number 1, the slope of the straight line in this form. This form of the straight line, the slope here is not 6. We say that y equal mx plus c. Y equal the slope x plus c, not 2y. It's a 2y here. So I have to divide by 2. I will send 2 to the other side by dividing 2 the both sides. It will be 6x over 2 equal 1 over 2. So the equation here will be y equal x plus half. In this form, I can say that the number beside x is the slope. It has to be y equal the slope x plus c. So the slope here is equal to 3. Here, I have another straight line, 2y equal 3x plus 12. And he wants the intercepted part of y-axis, of length width. Here, again, I will divide by 2 because it's a 2y. I want y equal, so y equal 3 over 2, 3x over 2 plus 12 over 2, or 3 over 2x plus 6. So the intercepted part here is 6. Here, number 3, the straight line whose equation 3x minus 3y plus 5 equals 0 makes a positive angle with the positive direction of x with measure what? If you remember in the slope, we say that to find the measure of the angle made by the straight line and the positive direction of x, we need a slope to make shift 10 the slope. Now, to find the slope, I have an equation. So it's easy for me to find the slope from the equation. From this form of the equation, which is ax plus by plus c equals 0, when the equation is equal to 0, concentrate, you have two different forms of the equation. The equation y equal mx plus c, when y is alone in a side, so the number beside x is the slope and the absolute term is the intercepted part. But if the equation, all the equation x, y, and the absolute term are equal to 0, this is different. To find the slope here, we will make our rule, which is negative the coefficient of x over the coefficient of y. So the coefficient of x here is 3, so I will make negative 3 over the coefficient of y as it is, negative 3 equal to 1. Now I have a slope, I can find the angle. I make shift 10 the slope equal 45 degrees. Number 4, if the two straight lines 3y plus x minus 7 equals 0 and y equal kx plus 5 are perpendicular, find k. We said in the slope the perpendicular straight line m1 times m2 equal negative 1. So the perpendicular or the parallel lines depends on the slope of the straight line. And here I have two equations in the two different forms of the equation. From the first equation, to find the slope, I will use, when the equation is equal to 0, I will use the rule which is negative the coefficient of x over the coefficient of y, which is negative 1 over 3. X here is 1x and this y is 3, negative 1 over 3. The other equation with the equation in the form y equal mx plus c, the slope here is the coefficient of x directly. So m2 here is k. K is the slope. And he said that the two straight lines are perpendicular. Perpendicular, what does it mean? It means that the product of the slopes equal to negative 1. So if I make here negative 1 over 3 times what give you negative 1, it's a time 3. Or I will use another way. I will change the number upside down and change the sign at the same time. So you have to change the number and the sign. It will give you the slope of the perpendicular straight line. Another example. Here, in this example, he wants you to form the equation. He wants to find the equation of a straight line which intercepted from y-axis a positive part of length 5 length unit. This is C, or this is the intercepted part of y, and it is parallel to a straight line passing through the 2 points -2, 3, -1, and 6. Now, to form an equation of a straight line, you need a slope and intercepted part. The slope, you can find it from 2 points passing through from an angle made with the positive direction of x-axis. You can find it from parallel lines, from perpendicular lines. It's easy to find the slope. And the intercepted part C, it will be given to you like this example, or I will use any point passing through the straight line to find C. Now, I have the intercepted part, so my problem now is the slope. To find the equation, which is y equal mx plus c. M is the slope, c is the intercepted part, and y and x are defining this equation. Any equation, it contains x and y. So I need m and c. Now, I will find m1. Why m1? Because I have two straight lines here. I have my straight line, the straight line which I need, and it's parallel to another straight line which is passing through these points. These points are not on the straight line I want. The 2 points here are on the line which is parallel to the line I want. So I cannot use these points to find C if I want C. Here, m1 is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, 3 minus 6 over -2 minus -1 equal 3. Because the two straight lines here are parallel, so the slope what I need equal to 3. So m1 is equal to 3, so m2 also is equal to 3, or the m what I need here in the equation is equal to 3. Now, the equation here, y equal mx plus c, the slope is 3 because it's parallel to this line, and the intercepted part here, it was given in the equation 5 in the positive direction. So, the right equation, it will be 3x plus 5, y plus because it's in the positive direction of y. Another example, find the equation of a straight line passing through the 2 points, 1 and -1, 2 and 2. Here, I don't have the slope, I don't have the intercepted part, and I want an equation. First, I will find the easy part, the slope. The slope here, using the rule of y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, I will make -1 minus 2 over y minus 2 equals 3. Okay. I found the slope. So the equation now will be what? Y equal mx plus c. It will be y equal 3x plus c. I still have a problem. I don't have c. C here, to find c, you need a point. You need to get rid of x and y. X and y here are a point on the straight line. As we said in the very beginning of the video, that y and x here defining a straight line or any point on our straight line. So I will use any of the 2 points because our straight line passing through both of them. I will use any one of them. For example, if I used 2 and 2, I will put 2 instead of y and the 2 instead of x. It will be 2 equal 3 times 2 plus c. So 2 here equals 6 plus c. 6 will go to the other side with the opposite sign equals c. So c here is -4. Now I have a slope, I have an intercepted part. So my equation here is y equal 3x minus 4. And this is our lesson today. Thank you very much.